Hey, welcome to Musician Species. 7/16, a few different counts. 3/2/2, 2/2/3, 2/3/2, and actually the 2/2/3 can be interpreted as a short 2. That's as in short 2/4. So the first beat would be 4/16 notes, just like any quarter pulse time signature has, like 4/4, and then the second short beat would only have 3/16 notes. Now, 7/16 is another very short time signature, and it's difficult to distinguish between the 7/16 and the 7/8 unless you put it in context. Okay, so just like we did in 5/16, we're gonna put this in context of 4/4. So we're gonna go with bar 4/4, and then we're gonna go with a short 2 in this case. Okay, so I'm gonna go 4/16 and 3/16 space. However, I'm not gonna say all of them. I'm gonna give you a specific rhythm. Okay, so it'd be something like. So what I did was dotted 8th note, then a 16th, and then an 8th note, then a 16th. So these two rhythms are very similar. They can be easily confused if you don't feel the true 7, not as a straight 7, but as the first beat being da ta da ta, and then the 3/16 they go ta ta. Da, da, right? So da 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 da, right? It's something to practice and feel. So this is the only way to do odd time. You can't just be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 7. People do that, and don't do that, please. Now, make it musical. Keep it in the pocket. Make it groove. Make it mean something. Okay? Have it stand for something. Now, let's try this with 6/8, for example. So I'm gonna go 6/8, and I'm gonna do 2/2/3. Okay, so it'll be right. The question can be, is this 19/16? You have 12/16 notes in a 6/8, and then you have 7 more. Is that 19/16? The sum of it, yes. However, musically speaking, I don't think so. I wouldn't say that it's 19/16 because the 6/8 and the 7/16 have a very, very distinct character and different from each other. They don't belong to the same feel. So you're really getting a compound of 6/8 and 7/16, if anything else. If you wanted to say it's a 19, it would be a compound of the 6/8 and the 7/16. But honestly, I wouldn't think so. I think it's just separate time signatures that occur depending on the riff. This is just an example, right? Now, another thing you could do is combine different counting patterns of the 7/16. So something like, let's say we do 2/2/3 and then 2/3/2. And you can go back and forth, and this creates a long phrase. Again, it wouldn't be 14/16. It's simply two different counting patterns of the 7/16. So it'd be like. Right? And so it sounds like a long, kind of a tribal kind of idea, but it's definitely two separate counting patterns of the same time signature. But if you wrote it, you would have to indicate, okay, 7/16, this is the notation, and then you have counting pattern is this, counting pattern is that. That way, people don't get thrown off if they end up reading your stuff. If not, simply the way you explain it is enough. As long as you clarify that this is the counting pattern for this bar and this is for that bar. Now, counting a straight 7 at the speed of a 16th note is, in my opinion, it's kind of irrational. Again, it becomes mechanical. There's no character. There's nothing to latch onto, and so. I wouldn't do it. I don't do it. It's your decision, but I would say counting a straight 7 in 16ths, especially at tempos where a 16th goes like, you're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then continue playing. It's just not musical, in my opinion. So, but, there you have it. Now you know. Subscribe if you dig, and I'll see you in the next video.